Hi everyone, Greg Miller here with another edition of the Spinoff Investing Simplified YouTube channel. Today I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about a new idea that I've been thinking about. I wanted to create a portfolio for somebody that's a small investor with $1,000, what they might do. So check it out if you're interested. Thanks. Hey, welcome to Spinoff Investing Simplified. This is a new series on the Spinoff Investing Simplified channel with a $1,000 special situations portfolio. I have 3 reasons why you might want to watch this particular video. First and foremost, this is one of the ways that some billionaires made their fortunes. First and foremost being Warren Buffett and his special situations back when he was doing his partnerships, and then also Joel Greenblatt, who wrote the book, How to Be a Stock Market Genius. After that, the second reason why you might be interested is the goal of this particular portfolio will be, first and foremost, capital preservation. And this harkens back to the father of special situations investing. His name was Maurice Schiller, and he often talked about how important it was to have romance without risk. Most people, if they have only $1,000 to invest, they typically cannot afford losses, and that's one of the reasons why this is important to focus on your capital preservation with this. And then finally, the guru himself, Warren Buffett, he says, rule 1 in investing is don't lose money, and rule number 2 is don't forget rule number 1. And so our focus with this will be focusing on not forgetting rule 1 in our investment portfolios. And then finally, the third reason why someone might find this particular series interesting is the high returns on capital I expect this to generate for interested individuals. So a typical special situation that I'm looking at generates at least a 10% return over a couple of months, which means that you can probably do 3 to 4 of them over a quarter, maybe even over a year. You might even get up to 10 of them, which means that there will be some pretty high returns on capital, or expected high returns on capital, on the investments in this particular portfolio. So if you want to see how I do this and you're interested in joining this, please go ahead and smash that like button, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I welcome you along for the ride. Thanks a bunch, guys. All right, so this is a $1,000 special situations portfolio that I have put together. I actually have some money behind this, and I have a real world account that is set up to do this special situations business. So hopefully we'll see how this works, and it'll be interesting to do. So a couple of things before I get too far into this. I want to just share with you my goals for this particular portfolio. First and foremost, I want to have capital preservation and a 50% or more annualized return on this. I also like to spend some time with this particular investment or this particular account to do some lessons learned on my analysis. This should give me a chance to determine how good I am doing with my particular investments, and it will help me capitalize on some of the small investor advantages that I've talked about in previous videos. So if I can create this type of opportunity for an investor, someone that might want to follow in these footsteps or see kind of what the stuff that I'm doing, that's what I'd really appreciate doing. I feel like this will probably be kind of like Joel Greenblatt's book, How to Be a Stock Market Genius, where probably no one will actually look at this, but it's just kind of interesting to see. So we'll see how it works. For your information, this particular account does have the following in its setup. First and foremost, this is a Roth IRA, so there are some tax benefits that will occur based on this. So if you're using a taxable account and want to follow along or do something similar to that, just be aware that that might be some issues. Also, another thing that might be an issue is the commissions for this particular account are through a discount broker, and so that means that my per share cost for any trading in this account is at $0 at this time. That is here the latter part of 2020. Finally, the success or failure of this portfolio does not make a material difference on the owner of this initial investment. And I think that's important to put out here. You think about like some people, they want to shoot for the moon, and so they'll put all their money into this. This is not the case with this. And so I want you to be aware that it doesn't matter if I am successful or not with this particular portfolio. And so I want to make sure that you are aware of that as you go into this, because that might make it so that I'm a little bit more risky with some of the things that I do with this. Going on, the first thing that I expect that there will be some likely investments. First and foremost, I expect to spend quite a bit of time in tenders, and then odd lot and warrant exchanges seem to be successful places for a small investor like this. And then any type of risk-free construct. So maybe you can buy certain shares and then short maybe a spin-off or something like that. Something like that that guarantees a 5 to 10% return is worth lots and lots of cash in the future to help someone that may want to preserve capital and generate a decent return. You only have to do a couple of those in a month, or excuse me, in a year, and already we've met that 50% return. Finally, this comes down to my first investment with this. I did purchase 900 shares of Westel at $1.11 for an on-lot exchange on this, and my expected return is 900 shares is at $1.48 for a 33.3% return on my invested capital. We'll see how that works. I'm not expecting that a lot of people will pay attention to this, and this isn't something that I really share a lot. I know that I'm putting it on YouTube and the public domain, but I mean, let's face it, at this time I've got maybe 20 people that watch these videos. So if you have not already heard about this, this is something to pay attention to. Just realize that sharing this with too many people, odd lot exchanges, sometimes they can take away that provision. So just be aware of that. Anyway, that is the total beginnings of this $1,000 special situations portfolio. I hope that you come back to see how the performance goes. I'm starting this in September of 2020, and we'll see how it performs over the next couple of years. And I think that hopefully it's something that people can learn from and improve upon. If you have any questions, if this is the kind of video that you like to see, please smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. You can even put in that you want to get notifications for this. I'd really appreciate it. It does help me feel like I'm actually making a difference out in the world of special situations, investing and stuff like that. And finally, it helps with the YouTube algorithm for those people that are interested in this type of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys. As we finish up, we have one final note for you. This video was made for educational purposes only. Any companies mentioned in this presentation were discussed for educational purposes only. Discussing such companies and the specifics about them is for illustrative purposes only and not a solicitation to purchase them. We recommend that you conduct your own research and identify why you might want to own the company yourself before you commit any funds. We also recommend that you seek the services of a financial advisor that has considered your situation as your fiduciary. May your education here grow your knowledge, improve your personal investing performance, and give you the confidence to take control of your future. Thanks.